Hey Mark, a couple things to help you work on your pistol in the meantime. One is going to be opening up the hips a little bit more. We talked about the lizard stretch, so it's that taking the knee, opening up the hips a little bit. So don't just come down to a lunge. Once you get down, you'll actually need to kind of move the leg around a little bit to create a little bit of space. And then it's just walking the hands down, and you're going to work on bringing yourself down towards the ground. So anything is kind of fair game through here. You can walk the hands a little further away, you can walk them out a little further, walk them back. You can work on lifting the hands up and lowering yourself down and coming up. It should be effort, but it shouldn't be strain. Also, you may find that once you're down here, if you wiggle the leg a little bit, you can go a little further down. You can play around with lifting the foot up a little bit, lift the heel up, or lift the ball of the foot or the heel up, and then do the same thing on the other side. After you do that, since it's kind of a passive-ish action, then you're going to work on some of the squat mobility. So just getting down at that low position of the squat and working on kind of reaching the hands forward, kind of coming down a little bit, so you're still trying to keep the body up as much as you can, and then a little bit of prying side to side through here, and then also working the thoracic rotation. So I'm using this arm and leg to help assist me to turn a little bit further than I could underneath my own power. Okay, variations to work on as well would be the single leg deadlift. So just working on either letting that back leg, it's going to trail and just lightly graze, and then coming forward. Or when it comes back, you can try and stay in this position, bring the leg up, and then stand. Also, you can work on that kind of airborne squat of you're just lowering yourself down until the foot and the knee touches, and then just kind of very light assistance on the way up. Don't worry about how much help you're getting, just focus on having that control and that stability. Also in that idea of control and stability, single leg stance, rotation work, bring the leg up, turn it out one way, turn it the other, tilt one way, tilt the other, to kind of work on that balance. And then you can also play around in that single leg deadlift position and kind of turn one way, turn the other, mess around with it like that. After those, or before those, the other thing is going to be to work on that hip flexor strength, while at the same time loosening up the hamstrings a little bit. So if you elevate the toes so they get a little closer towards you, just put a weight plate under them, and reach forward a little bit. Actively kind of pull yourself down, so you're trying to engage and lengthen that out as much. You can play around with, instead of just rounding and trying to come forward, keeping the back flat and really trying to keep the back flat as you come up. A little shimmy one way, a little shimmy the other way. Same thing, rotation, rotation. Straighten the knees, bend the knees. If you need a little bit of assistance on that, you can do something called a bootstrapper. So you bend the knees, toes go underneath, or fingers go underneath the toes, and then you're just straightening out and bringing them back. The further you put your hand under, the more you're going to have to pull. Alternating that toe touch work would be good to do some work for the hip flexors. So just stand or sitting down, lift one leg up, take it out to the side, out to the other, up, lean forward a little bit more, try lifting one up, try lifting the other, and then you can also play around with different leg orientations. That should give you plenty of stuff to work on for right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in about a month and a half.